Hi guys, welcome back to next episode of Direct Share to look at the realistic world of Sidney Lumet. Let's get into it. Welcome back to next episode of Direct Share to Direct Share to Sidney Lumet. Why they don't get to subscribe and click HTML August. Today I'm going to go through his movies and get helpful about them. The start. So 1957 we had 12 Angry Men, which was a legal drama film directed by Sidney Lumet in his feature directorial debut, adapted by Reginald Rose from his 1954 teleplay. And it starred Henry Fonda, E.J. Cobb, Ed Begley, and Jack Warden. And it made $2,337,000 budget. And it received acclaim from critics despite a lukewarm box office performance. It is regarded by many as one of the greatest films ever made. And in 2007, it was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or ethically significant. Additionally, it was selected as the second best courtroom drama ever after 1962's To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, I've not seen this movie. 1958, we had Stage Struck, which is a drama film. It's based on the stage play Morning Glory by Zoe Atkins, and which served as the basis for the 1933 film of the same name. And it starred Henry Fonda, Susan Strasberg, Joan Greenwood, Herbert Marshall, and Christopher Plummer. And so yeah. Then in 1959 we had That Kind of Woman, which was a drama film. And it's based on a short story by Robert Lowry. Layover in El Paso is highly reminiscent of the 1938 film The Shop One Angel. And it starred Sophie Loren, Tab Hunter, and George Saunders. It made $1 million, $2.5 million budget. 1960 we had The Fugitive Kind, and which is a drama film, and it was based on the latter's 1957 play Orpheus Descending by Tennessee Williams, itself a revision of his 1940 work Battle of Angels, which closed after his Boston trial. And it starred Marlon Brando, Anna Magnani, Joanne Woodward, Maureen Stapleton, and Vita Jory. It made $2.1 million on a $2.3 million budget. Then in 1962, we had A View from the Bridge, which was a drama film, and it's based on A View from the Bridge by Arthur Miller, and it starred Ralph Vallone, Maureen Stapleton, Jean Sorrell, Carol Lawrence, Raymond Pellegrin, and Morris Tavronski. And so yeah. Then in 1962 we had Long Day's Journey into Night, which was based on the play of the same name by Eugene O'Neill, and it starred Katharine Hepburn, Ralph Richardson, Jason Robards, and Dean Stockwell. So yeah. In 1964 we had The Pawnbroker, which was a drama film. It's based on 1961 Old Sailor by Edward Lewis Wallet. And it starred Rob Steiger, Geraldine Fitzgerald, Brock Peters, Jamie Sanchez, and Thelma Oliver. It made $2.5 million, $930,000 budget. Then in 1964 we had Failsafe, which was a Cold War thriller film based on 1962 novel Sailor by Eugene Birdwick and Harvey Wheeler. It starred Henry Fonda, Dan O'Hurley, Walter Matthau, Frank Overton, Fritz Weaver, Edward Bynes, and Larry Hagman. Made $1.8 million. Then in 1965 we had The Hill, which is a prison war film. It starred Sean Connery, Harry Andrews, Ian Bannon, Alfred Lynch, Ossie Davis, Roy Kinnear, Jack Watson, Ian Hendry, and Michael Redgrave. It made 4.3 million on a $2.5 million budget. In 1966, we had The Group, which is an ensemble drama based on the 1963 novel Saint Nick by Mary McCarthy. And it starred Candice Bergen, Joan Hackett, Elizabeth Hartman, Shirley Knight, Joanna Pettit, Mary Robin Red, Jessica Walter, Kathleen Widows, James Broderick, James Congan, Larry Hagman, Hal Holbrook, Richard Mulligan, Robert M. Hart, and Carrie Nye. Made $6 million on a $2.4 million budget. The film's controversial topics of its time: free love, contraception, abortion, lesbianism, and mental illness. In 1967, we had The Deadly Affair, which was a British spy film based on John Le Carre's first novel, Call for the Dead. And it starred James Mason, Maximilian Schell, Harriet Anderson, Harry Andrews, Simon Signod, Kenneth Hay, Roy Kinnear, Max Adrian, and then Redgrave. It made, and then in 1968 we had Bye Bye Braverman, which was a comedy film adapted from the 1964 novel To an Early Grave by Wallace Markfield. It starred George Segal, Jack Warden, Jessica Walter, Phyllis Newman, Joseph Wiseman, Saul Roebuck, Zomra Lambert, Godfrey Cambridge, and Alan King. And next we had in 1968 we had The Seagull, which is a British American drama film. Is adapted and translated from Alton Chekhov's classic 1896 novel The Seagull. Sir James Morgan, Vanessa Redgrave, Simon Signoret, David Warner, Harry Andrews, Denham Elliott, Eileen Hurley, Alfred Lynch, Ronald Rad, and Kathy Widows. Then 1969 we had The Appointment, which is a psychological drama film. It's based on a story by Antonia and Avilola. It starred Omar Sharif and Amar Amy. And then in 1970 we had Lost of the Mobile Hotshots, which is a drama film based on the seven descendants of Myrtle by Tennessee Williams. And it starred James Coburn, Lynn Redgrave, and Robert Hooks. Then in 1971 we had The Anderson Tapes, which is a crime film. It's based on the Anderson Tapes 1970 novel by Lawrence Saunders. It stars Sean Connery, Dylan Cannon, Martin Balsam, and Alan King. It made $5 million on $3 million budget. It was the first major film to focus on the pursuits of electronic surveillance and security cameras at public places to hidden recording devices. In 1972 we had Child's Play, which was a drama mystery film. It's based on 1970 play of the same name by Robert Marasco. And it starred James Mason, Robert Preston, and Beau Bridges. Then 1973 had The Offense, which is a British neo-noir crime drama film based on The Story of Yours, 1968, played by John Hopkins. It starred Sean Connery, Trevor Howard, Vivian Merchant, and Ian Bannon. Then in 1973 we had Serpio, which was a crime drama film, and it was based on Serpio by the book by Peter Mars, and it starred Al Pacino. It made $29.8 million, a $3.3 million budget. On its release, Serpio became a critical commercial success. At the time, the film drew criticism from police officers. In 1974 we had Loving Molly, which is a drama film It's based on Leaving Cheyenne by Larry McNall, Murty, and it starred Anthony Perkins, Beau Bridges, and Blythe Banner. So, apart from the film was also known as Molly Gidd and Johnny and the Wild and the Sweet. 1974, we had Murder on the Orient Express, which was a British mystery film based on the 1934 novel the same name by Agatha Christie. And it starred Laurie Bacall, Martin Boltzmann, Ingrid Bergman, Jacqueline Bisset, Jean Pierre Cassell, Sean Connery, Albert Finney, John Gullen, Wendy Heller, Anthony Perkins, Vanessa Redgrave, Rachel Roberts, Richard Widmark, Michael York, George Couros, Dennis Quilley, and Colin Blakely. It made $37.7 million. And the film was a commercial and critical success. Then in 1975, we had Dog Day Afternoon, which is a biographical crime drama film, and it's based on the Life magazine article The Boys in the Bank by P. F. Klung and Thomas More. The feature chronicles a 1972 robbery and hostage situation led by John Rosovich, Salvador Maturi, and Chase Mahone Branch in Brooklyn. And it starred Al Pacino, John Cazale, Jim Broderick, and James Durning. It made $50 to $56 million, $3.5 to $3.8 million budget. It was critical and box office success, and it won 6 Academy Awards, winning Best Original Screenplay. In 2009, Dog Day Afternoon was deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress and was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. I think this is the first Sidney Lumet movie I ever watched. So, then 1976 we had Network, which is a comedy drama film, and it starred Faye Dunaway, Wim Holden, Peter Finch, and Robert Duvall. It made $23.8 million, $3.8 million budget. It was a commercial success and widely considered to be one of the greatest films ever made. Network received widespread critical acclaim with particular praise for screenplay and performances. So yeah, next we have 1977. We had Equus, with a psychological drama film based on 1973 play of the same name. It starred Richard Burton, PFF Jenny Agutter, John Plowright, and Colin Blakely. Then 1978 we had The Wiz, which is a musical fantasy adventure film adapted from the 1974 Broadway musical. The film reimagines the classic children's novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. F. Baum with an African American cast, and it was based on the Wiz play from 1975 by William F. Brown, and it stars Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Russell, Ted Ross, Lenore Horn, Mabel King, and Richard Pryor. It made $21 million, $24 million budget. And it's generally negative reviews from critics. It was commercial failure, with many unfavorably comparing the film to its source material, as well as the casting of Ross as Dorothy. While this criticized director of Lumet, who was considered a poor choice for directing a musical. Despite his initial failure, critics have become more favorable in recent years and has become a cult classic among audiences, Ross's fan base, Jackson's fan base, and Oz enthusiasts. The 2015 live-action adaptation, The Wiz Live, is influenced by the film. Then in 1980, we had Just Tell Me What You Want, which is a comedy film. And it stars Ali McGraw, Alan King, Peter Weller, Mara Loy, Dina Merrill, Keenan Wynn, and Tony Roberts. And it made $2 million. Then in 1981, we had Prince of the City, which is a neo-noir crime film, and is based on the non-fiction book of the same name by Robert Daly. It starred Treat Williams, Jerry Orbach, Richard Forangy, Lindsay Gross, and Bob Balaban. Made $8.6 million budget. Received mixed to positive reviews from critics and was not a commercial success. Then 1982 had Death Trap, which was a black comedy suspense film based on 1978 play of the same name by R. Levin. It starred Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve, and Diane Cannon made $90 million, $10 million budget. And received most of your favorite reviews, while noting its similarities to Caine's 1972 film Sleuth. Then in 1982 we had The Verdict, which was a legal drama film. And it's based on a novel same name by Barry Reed. And it starred Paul Newman, Charlotte Rampling, Jack Warden, James Mason, Mila O'Shea. It made $54 million, $60 million budget. It got on critical and commercial box office success. In 1983 we had Daniel, which was a drama film based on a 1971 novel by the Book of Daniel by E.L. Doctorow. It starred Timothy Hutton, Mandy Patinkin, Lindsay Krause, and Edward Asner. It made $687,000. And then 1984 we had Garbo Talks, which is a comedy drama film. It stars Anne Bancroft, Ron Silver, Carrie Fisher, Catherine Hicks, Stephen Hill, Howard De Silva, Dorothy Loudon, Harvey Foston, and Hermione Gingold. It made $1 million, and it received mixed reviews from critics, but was a box office disappointment. In 1986 we had Power, which is a political drama film. It starred Richard Gere, Julie Christie, Gene Hackman, Kate Capshaw, Denzel Washington, E.G. Marshall, and Beatrice Straight. It made $3 million on $40 million budget. In 1986 we had The Morning After, which is a psychological thriller film. It starred Jane Fonda, Jeff Bridges, and Raul Julia. It made $25.1 million, $50 million budget. It received general favorable reviews from critics. 1988 we had Running on Empty, which was a drama film. It starred Christina Lahiti, Judd Hirsch, Martha Plimpton, River Phoenix, and Stephen Hill. $2.8 million, $7 million budget. And so next we had 1989 we had Family Business, which is a neo-noir comedy drama crime film based on 1905 novel same name by Vincent Patrick. Starred Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, Matthew Broderick, Rosanna DeSalta, and it made $12 million. 1990 had Q&A, which is a crime film. It starred Nick Nolte, Timothy Hutton, and Ahmed Asante. Made $11.2 million, $6 million budget. Then 1992 we had A Stranger Among Us, which is a crime drama film. It starred Melanie Griffith. Made $12 million, $18 million budget, despite the poor reviews. It's often cited as one of Lumet's two failures of 1990s, the other being Guilty as Sin. Despite the poor reviews suffered by both films, Lumet received. The film was also first credited for actor James Gandolfini. In 1993 we had Guilty as Sin, which was a legal thriller film. It starred Rebecca De Mornay, Don Johnson, Stephen Lang, and Jacob Warden. It made $41 million on a $12 million budget. 1996 we had Night Falls on Manhattan, which is a crime drama film based on a novel Tainted Evidence by Robert Daly. It starred Andy Garcia, Richard Dreyfuss, Nina Olin, Ian Holm, James Gandolfini, Colm Fearon, and Rob Liebman. It made $10 million, and it was met with mixed to positive critical reviews. In 1997 we had Critical Care, which was a comedy film, and it starred James Spader, Skyra Sedgwick, Helen Mirren, Margot Martindale, Jeffrey Wright, Wallace Shawn, Anne Bancroft, Albert Brooks, and Philip Bosco, and Colm Fearon. It made $271,000, $12 million budget. And then 1999 we had Gloria, which was oh yeah, I forgot that one was also based on a novel, Critical Care. Then 1999 we had Gloria, which is a neo-noir crime thriller film. It's a remake of John Cassavetes' 1980 film, and it starred Sharon Stone, Jeremy Northman, Catherine Moriarty, Jean-Luc Bagheera, Mike Starr, and George C. Scott. It made $4.9 million budget. It received negative reviews from critics and was a box office bomb. 2006, we had Find Me Guilty, which was a courtroom comedy drama film. It starred Vin Diesel, Peter Dinklage, Linus Roach, Ron Silver, and Annabelle Goro, and Alex Rocco. It made $2.6 million, $13 million budget. Then finally, in 2007, we had Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, which was a crime thriller film. And it starred Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ethan Hawke, Marisa Tomei, and Albert Finney. It made $25 million, $18 million budget. And so yeah. Sadly, Sidney Lumet would pass away on April 9th, 2011 at the age of 86, making Before the Devil Knows You're Dead his final movie. But even though Sidney Lumet passed away, his work is going to be widely regarded. It's probably one of the best filmographies of all time. He's done really some iconic films. So yeah. So guys, so much for my videos. My next one. Bye.